Hello, you guys. How are you all? Thank you guys for being here. I apologize that we are late. It's completely my fault. And I intended to be done getting dinner situated and getting everything done, and I wasn't. So I do apologize, but I'm excited. So tonight we're going to start with the video calls, and we're going to go until 9, as many as we can do. And then at 9, we're going to run over to Jen's and watch Jen as she goes over some of the chaos from the Daybell trial today. Hello to everybody who's here. I'm actually not going to go through and individually say hello. I may do that at the end. I love to do that, but I know you guys have waited quite a long time. I'm just going to bring Jen up, and we're going to jump right into it, and we'll talk along the way. Hello, Jen Lou, the explainer.
Oh, God, I forgot that was still there.
You'll
Hi.
have that. Yeah.
I'm going to leave it.
That's okay. How are you? And thank you for doing these calls for us.
Oh, you're welcome, babe. You're welcome. Now, listen, I have to tell you guys, this batch of calls is not so bad, okay? But as we progress further in the months, it is not double audio that's being played. What has happened is it's kind of like if me and Allie were on this stream right now and I took out my earbuds, there would be feedback. So you would hear me say what I'm saying from my microphone, and then you would hear it on Allie's end. So that's all it is. If I can fix it to an extent. However, if I do it, then it messes with the other audio, the part we want to hear. So unfortunately, we're just going to have to put up with it. It's not that bad. It's annoying to me because, I'm like everything to be perfect. But for you guys, it's not bad. But these calls don't have that. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Awesome. All right. And I'm sorry, Legendary. I love to individually say hello. It takes a minute. I'll do it I'll say hello to you guys at the end, and along the way we're going to chat, of course. But I know you guys have been waiting for quite a while, and we only have until 9, so I want us to go ahead and get started. I do want to say though, we have placed an order for some calls that I'm really excited about. I think it's going to put the excitement back into this for me because you guys know some of it was taken with all of the BS we've been through getting these calls and these video visits, and a lot of blood, sweat, tears, and money has went in, from all of us, including you guys, into this project. And for the excitement to be taken, it just sucks. So I'm really excited for it to be back. And I cannot wait for you guys to find out what we've got planned and what we've ordered. I think that it's going to be very, very interesting. So just stay tuned and know that we have something coming it's new, and it's just going to be our thing, me and Jen and you guys. So we're really excited. And yeah, that's all. Are you ready to get into it? You got anything to say?
Yes. Okay. So as we go into these calls, these are all there were no video visits from January that we got. These video visits are all from February until March. The batch we're going to play tonight will all be mostly, be even. Be 3 from February and 3 from March. But
Okay.
I want you guys to pay particular attention to what is said in this video. And when you know when you figure out, or you think you figured out what you think I'm talking about, put it in the chat, because I just am curious if y'all hear it, or if y'all are thinking the same thing I'm thinking when she's. Just wait, you'll see. So it's very Amy L. centric this month. There are a total of 11 calls that we're going to go through between tonight and then tomorrow night. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them are from Amy L. 3 of them are from Harley.
Wow.
So
her and Amy got pretty darn close and did quite a lot of talking. That's very interesting. I know Music City Mom, and nobody took mine either, but it's just like, all the BS we've been through. It just, I don't know. It like some of the stress takes away from the not necessarily just because it's not like, it's fun. It is fun to hang out with you guys and talk with you guys, but it's also very interesting. I just really enjoy, like, for me, it's, I don't know, I like getting to see this side of the perpetrator of what I want to do it with other cases. I think that it's just been, yeah, it's just so interesting. It's
I
been
think
really
Allie and
eye-opening.
I might have found our little niche. I think there's a delay. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
we love
Allie.
it. No, that's okay. I don't know if there's a delay or not, but oh, we love you too, Deborah, and thank you. I agree. Though I love it, Jen. It's so fun.
I do. I think we found our little niche between covering trials and then jail calls. It has been really, really fun. Yeah, I'm sorry, Kathy. I mean, wait a minute, hold on. Melanie, I'm very sorry that it is Amy L. So, yes, to answer your question. Thank you, Debbie. That was very sweet of you. I appreciate that so much.
Thank you. Shane said, there's a delay of the night. And Teacup says, I love hearing and analyzing these people. I do too. And I got a comment on one of my old videos that was like, why would you ever want to talk to her? And I'm like, dude, I would interview like, if I can think of any killer from old cases that I watched growing up, or, I would interview any of these people just for the chance to get inside their mind and hear from them. I find that extremely fascinating. I can't help it, and you learn a lot. Like it's
Yeah, let's be clear though. Allie and I are down to interview. Okay. We're not down to become their secretary, Amy L. Okay. When
yeah.
start talking, interviewing these people, I would not interview the one that I want to interview. I can't because I don't think he's alive anymore. Maybe he is. Ed Kemper is who I would like to speak to. But I would not like go and speak to Ed Kemper and then start working for one of his relatives. Okay. So let's just be clear.
Right.
I just want to interview
Yes.
Ed and be done. But I don't want to, yeah.
Ask a few questions and move on about my life, not become their bestie. But okay.
Right.
Well, I'm ready to go if you're ready. But
I'm ready, babe. I'm ready.
I do want to say, a lot of people have asked me in the chat before this started now, and is Melissa okay? She's still doing her channel. She absolutely is. She's okay. She's just taking a couple days break. I'm sure she'll probably be back tomorrow. So, yeah, she's doing great. So
she works hard and she deserves a couple of days break. Yes.
Yeah, she does. It's every day, she's busting her butt daily. So I agree. All right, you guys. Well, here we go. Buckle up. I haven't seen these yet, only Jen. So don't know what we were about to get into, but let's go.
I didn't even see them. I just scrubbed through them real quick. Make sure there weren't anything that popped up that needed to be edited.
Okay. All right. Well, here we go.
Hey.
Hey, what's up?
They took, the visit now button is not working on the machine, so it won't let me take off the account balance.
Oh, no, don't worry about it. I got $33 in my account, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, I tried to do it that way, but they said that the visit now button wasn't working. Oh, look at my hair. I just washed it. It's all crazy.
I was like, nice. I thought you got a haircut or something. I did mine this morning. See this? It's really bad.
Yeah, well, I braided it so it would just have some body to it or something.
Yeah, it looks
good.
My
face broke out here we don't have any moisturizer, so yeah, it gets so dry and I start freaking out, scratching my skin.
Girl, you're not alone. I don't know if you can see my face is real broke out, right here. I don't know why or what happened. I just woke up one day and it was all super broke out.
Well, you are in a humid. That's the thing, is the humidity in North Carolina.
Yeah, and apparently it's snowing everywhere right now except for here. Yeah, so Indiana, they've got a blizzard going on. It's snowing in Texas, which is bizarre. Up by Corpus Christi Beach and stuff, it's snowing. But here,
what? At Corpus Christi?
Yeah, one of my friends lives out there, and I'm like, holy crap! I used to live out there when I was a lot younger, and it never snowed like that.
Yeah.
But right now here, it's sunny, and I think it's gonna be in the low 60s today. So
that's good. That's good.
Yeah,
that's usually what it's like there, but snowing in Texas. I mean, now it will be bad if it starts snowing in Florida.
Yeah, I know. I was like, well, one of my relatives, well, my husband's relative said that it's not snowing there yet, but it's been a little bit colder than normal at night. So I'm like, I will be like shocked if it ends up snowing in Florida.
Oh yeah, yeah. Maybe in northern Florida, a little of the top part might, but as far as like Orlando down, no. If it snows there, we all better be running because Jesus is coming.
All right. How was your weekend?
Yeah. It was crazy. Like, I don't know. Well, I got in trouble for talking again, so I'm just not gonna talk anymore.
What happened?
I just saw the ladies yelling yesterday. She's like, "Stop talking! If y'all talk anymore, I'm gonna put the board on the whole lockdown for 48 hours. Don't talk."
Oh my god. Unbelievable.
Oh, so we just sit there and be like, "Okay, well, what do we do then?"
It would that they're not do anything or have anything to do. Like,
It's not that. I mean, it is that, but like, it's just. I told you the gender discrimination. The males don't get done like that. Just the females.
I wonder why.
Like,
Are most of the officers male or female or?
so yeah. Well, what happens is they put the women in the female wards. And, women, they have this problem when they get power. They start these power trips, and they think, oh, they got to do everything right because they want to make sergeant one day and do all this stuff. And like, that's coming from a female. Like, that's me being like, like, the women just, I don't know, not all of them now, half of them.
Yeah.
But like, some of them are like, cool. But then the dudes, the male deputies, they don't care. I mean, as long as you ain't trying to start some fight or fight them or something like that, they're just cool. But we don't hardly get males working in this ward or really none of the female wards. So when they do come, we're like, oh, thank God. And like when they take me to when they took me to SD for talking the other day, all the male guys, the males that work in that ward, they were just like, females are ridiculous, aren't they? I was like, yep. They're just petty.
What happens like when you get in trouble? Like what happens? Like when you got in trouble for talking, what do you do?
Well, for me, it's kind of funny. Nothing, because I don't have nothing to lose. So to be honest with you, if they want to write a report for talking, then it actually makes me look good. Because if you're gonna go in front of somebody and try to create something and say, "Sir, she's been in trouble for this, this, this," oh shoot, they're all talking.
Well, I wonder that because I know last time I talked to you, you talked about the thing that happened with the booklet with the staples in it.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that you got written up for, and I'm like, what exactly will happen since you don't really have much of anything to lose?
Nothing.
Now? So like, what's the point of this time?
Yeah, so like I never get in trouble. I never get put on lockdown or anything. But like because they try to like, make it seem okay every now and then. They did it last time in June. They had to like make up this frivolous thing about the toilet breaking. So they were like, "It's your fault the toilet broke." So they give me 15 days of lockdown, which means nothing because nothing happens differently. They just want it, it just shows up on a piece of paper. So in June they gave me 15 days of lockdown for a toilet breaking. So I knew it had been a while. So it was time for them to come up with something because I hadn't really, I don't do anything, So it's kind of funny. I mean, I hope they're not logical here, and I hope they hear me when I say this. They're not logical. So like when they do stuff, they don't think logistically. They actually think it's going to be like, oh, she didn't obey a lawful order. I'm sorry, but if you're going to get me in trouble for talking, I don't know when. I thought in this country we had free speech as long as you aren't like harming someone or trying to harm yourself. So okay.
I don't think that says like where you're at right now, like you're not allowed to talk to people like when you can, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And like I even went through the handbook and I was like, I showed them, I was like, there's nothing in here. It doesn't say this. They're like, the guy was like, you're trying to get me on a technicality. I was like, it is a technicality. Like it doesn't say that.
I got pissed because you were telling him how to do his job because he wasn't doing it right.
I know. And like, I mean, like they're trained to put the restraints on. If I have to tell you you did it wrong, and I didn't even say it bad. I just said, excuse me, I can't turn that way. That's the wrong way. And then you get mad then.
So the booklet that you got with the staples, was that mailed to you? Like, was it mailed to you? Or-
Yes, it's mailed to 200 people.
That means that, the people at the mailroom would have had to see it and then like
Yeah.
it. Because I was like, well, I don't know if like I thought you said it came through the mail, but I didn't know if it came through the mail or like if somebody passed it to you to read or what. And I'm like, that seems like BS if they okayed it.
Yeah. No, it comes to the mail. So like, if you join like these Bible study groups, they send you like a lot of Christian material and stuff.
Yeah.
And so they about 200 people. It was so funny. The deputy yesterday, she was like, "Do you realize like about 200 people get those, and out of all 200, you're the only one that get written up for it?" She's like, eventually, like somewhere down.
Bendy, I see you're in the back. You want to just take over from this spot?
No, I'm trying to share something. Just add my screen really quick because look at Amy's glasses
I know.
and then add my screen.
Okay, I will. And then also, I didn't know if you saw, they were saying that the videos are a little bit choppy. But Shane says every stream I've seen, they've all been a bit choppy. But do you want to try with yours and see if it looks better? Because it doesn't look too choppy for me.
No, we can. It's looking better now. It was in the very beginning, but that might have been them.
Okay. Here, let me put what Jen's showing though.
Yeah, look at Amy's glasses. That's who I thought of.
Is that all you can see?
That's all I can see. It's not that I think Amy looks like Roz, okay? But the glasses, y'all, Amy, yes, the glasses look like Roz. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Well, Jen, you can see on your end how it's coming across. So if it comes across choppy for you, then you'll be able to tell, because I can't tell. On my end, it looks fine. Like, it's not, of course, like the highest quality video. And I don't, you know what I mean? But that's not, I mean, it looks good to me on my end. So if it starts messing up, will you let us know? And then,
of course, and I will take over. Absolutely. Of course I will. But that's who she reminds me of, is fucking Roz. I'm sorry.
Just one more time.
You didn't turn in your paperwork last night.
And I gotta say, like, okay, why are they so like this? Okay, for both of them, first of all, it's like they're just so excited to be there with each other and just like looking at their self, playing with their hair. I don't know. It's very bizarre. It's like you are video chatting with someone and you know what she's in there for, right? You obviously do, because you reached out to her after hearing about the case. Like, I don't know. It just, I don't know.
They're a little too giddy for me. Like, take it, you're at like a 10. I need you to be at like a 3. Like a 3. This isn't, I mean, this isn't, they're not even like having this, oh my gosh, we have this, that, and the third in common conversation, or telling a funny story or anything. They're way too hype for the context of the conversation. And I'm going to need y'all to dial it back a little bit, Amy, Tisha. Also, Leticia doesn't look like she washed her hair last night. Maybe 7 nights ago, maybe a fortnight ago, but not last night, folks. Show.
Nah, I seen your comment though. Mark the day she washed her hair.
Her hairs.
She definitely looks like she's been starving to death in there. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just so
she's
gaunt.
Not eating, barely.
Sickly.
Somebody should write somebody or see what we can do, because like she's practically wasting away to nothing. I'm very alarmed. Looks like she ain't had a meal
she's
in
not
a month
eating,
of barely. She's licking the frosting off the cake and then throwing the whole tray away. It's bad. It's awful. Somebody get her.
Poor thing.
Oh no.
All right. Well, I'm going to press play again. If it messes up, though, let me know.
I will, babe. I promise. Okay.
On the line is going to start clicking for somebody that like you're held to a different standard than everyone else.
That's what I thought too. Is like I told my husband about it, like what happened after I got off the phone with you and he got home from work. And I was like, it seems to me like they're kind of targeting you for like better words, like. Because if everybody else got the same booklet and nobody else got written up, like that's kind of an issue.
Hold on. I have to do this. You guys, look at this smile. Like,
you know what it reminds me of? You know that joke where you squeeze your cheeks together and you say this, Hi, my name is Chubby. My mama's chubby, my daddy's chubby, and I'm chubby. One day my mama said, Chubby, can you smile? And I said, Show, mama. And then you smile. That's what that smile looks like somebody literally just like, Sheesh. Yeah, hi.
Look at her.
Where's the rest of her eyebrow? Tisha, is this after that?
And
Is
what-
this after the incident where she accidentally got too extra with the razor, and she's going for tough ass puta browns, but shaved off too much? Is that what happened?
She's going for like that little mark in it. Tough ass
Yeah.
Yeah. James, I don't know, and I love you back, and I don't know. She is so I don't know. It's bizarre, but I want you guys to please just watch this smile fade from her face, like it's the creepiest thing. The look in her eyes, it just creeps me out so
clippers.
much.
It was toenail clippers. My bad. The toenail clippers got a hold of her eyebrows, and she went from. She looks like she went from tough ass puta to I got to fill it in with some Sharpie.
Yeah. And Daisy, no, she does. I don't, but I do know that she claims, and we've actually seen some evidence of this, that she has made some friends with some of the men in the prison, and she's been toilet talking with them. She gets in trouble for it all the damn time. Will,
Right,
this is the ultimate mean girl hack. I love it. Look at Will's comment. This is the ultimate mean girl hack. I love it. It's guilt free because these two idiots are the worst.
Yes. Now thank you for stop put you done put us on blast, Will, and now everybody's gonna have this idea. Way to go, man. Way to go. This is how we can talk shit and nobody gives a care. Because it's Leticia. I can say the craziest shit about her and people just laugh.
All right, let's keep watching.
Too. Look at that. I mean, that thing is about to eat her cheek. Why don't you call the Volturi, Leticia? Don't they have an esthetician among them in the Volturis? I mean, we know they send you to court with the Volturi, but not the ones that can act right, just the ones that, be wilding out and have no home training. Jesus fuck. I can't with her. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Let's go. But Melissa was just on that call too the other day. It cracked me up. But okay, let's go.
It's like I told my husband about it, like what happened after I got off the phone with you and he got home from work. And I was like, it seems to me like they're kind of targeting you for better words, like because if everybody else got the same booklet and nobody else got written up, like that's kind of an issue.
And it's not me just making this up. Like it's written down on reports, girl. They write a report if I freaking don't want to take my medication, and I take stomach meds. Like it's like last night the lady was like, you need to get down here and take your meds. I was like, I take stomach meds. I don't think I need them today because I didn't really eat that well. And I was like, I don't take psych meds. I mean, I probably need them, but I don't believe in meds. So yeah,
I do and I don't, because I've been on like all different kinds of medication since I was like 20. But I haven't got my last letter yet or not. I am like to the point where I just want to quit taking all the stuff I'm on because the side effects are like worse than like the actual relief I'm supposed to get from it.
Yeah.
I'm just like tired of dealing with it.
See, let me tell you what. Okay. So I told, okay, you don't, it's a situation where you don't want people to know your mental health history. Like you don't, you know what I'm saying? Because people look at it differently, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And would have a military experience. You're around military bases. You got, they look at it like, don't say too much because the veterans are the ones with the huge problems, so you try to be respectful, whatever. So this is what made me upset with my, attorneys was I wanted to prove the point that these people were going to be biased towards me. So I was like, oh yeah, no, I'm good. But I signed all the release forms for all the doctors in South Carolina. They have yet, okay, so 2 days ago, what's today? What? No, Monday. Today's Tuesday. Wednesday. Okay, Monday. Yeah, it was 2 days ago. Monday, I got all my reports. I had to get someone to get them to me. I got all my reports from 2015, 2016, and 2018. And so 2015, I was diagnosed with my bipolar manic disorder. All right. And then 2016, I got diagnosed in South Carolina with schizophrenia. And then again, confirmed in 2018. So I sit back and they put me on like Geodone, they put me on Invega and Zyprexa, like stuff like that. And so like I sat there on purpose and didn't like, say any of that because I signed a release form. Y'all should have been able to get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What's so long?
So, but the point is, this shows you where the bias is in the doctors here. The doctors come and see me for 1 to 2 hours, 2 occasions, the first one and the second one.
Yeah.
And then, they failed to even go get any of the hip pass stuff, which I signed for them too. So, you know what? I meet with the judge on Friday, and that's when I'm doing it to like get rid of my counsel. And that's one of my biggest things is like, you had the records there, so you're going to tell me that an expert with 1 hour with me is going to say that these experts, one had 27 days was inpatient on one of them.
Oh man.
Yeah. So like it's my point of just like it's showing the bias part because in my case, they're going to not, the doctors are going to say whatever, and so the attorneys are going to be biased and not help. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm doing that.
What took them so long to get your medical record? That should have been something they did in the very beginning.
They never got it. They said they haven't gotten them yet. I got them finally.
Oh, okay. Because I feel like that's what handled in the beginning. Because that would have been more beneficial to you if they had that, a year
ago. Yeah, and so like I didn't go into complete detail telling them any of this. I just was in the beginning like, no, I'm good, because you don't go telling people. I feel like people that go around and say, "Hey, I'm bipolar," I think they overuse that phrase.
Yeah, it's always
you know what I'm saying.
Go around that are like, I have this, that, and the third. They don't usually actually have it. The people who don't really talk about it are the ones that are actually
right. That's what I'm saying. And that was my point behind not discussing that with them, because I wanted them to actually go through and see that they went, if they're on my team, that they would have researched all this. I signed all the release forms.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I finally got them on Monday, and I was sitting there looking through them, and I was like, wow, how is this going to look when you tell me this one lady that saw me for 1 hour says this, but I got this one where there was 27 days of inpatient treatment, and then there was, I think it was 86 hours of follow-up. Because I was losing my mind in Charleston because Albert would always drive me absolutely insane with everything. You know what I mean?
I'm not surprised by that one.
Yeah.
I hope that works out for you. Now, are you requesting new attorney?
No. Yeah. No, what I'm doing is I'm going to represent myself, and because I can get access to my discovery. I can't. The jail won't allow me to get it here because, well, they'll have to allow me to get it, represent myself, but they won't allow me to like consistently meet with my attorneys without it being a problem. I can't like work with them because they're always like restraining me everywhere. If I wanted to like write anything or read anything or think, I have to depend on just listening over a phone call. That if a video visit is limited to 40 minutes, and then I'm not sane enough to stay on the video visit all the time.
Yeah.
If we go to talking about the stuff, because then I start freaking out and stuff starts going on in my brain, and it just creates this like environmental thing where I start losing my mind, hallucinating.
Yeah.
Because I'm in my room all day. When I leave out this ward for some reason, I start going crazy.
Last letter I wrote to you, whether or not you had access to all the paperwork, all the discovery. A lot of it is floating around the internet. So I was going to ask you if you wanted me to print out and mail it to you. Now it's long, like it's really long. I don't. Well, not the full discovery.
I don't know how discovery would be floating around the internet. That's kind of weird.
Have you guys?
Oh yeah, that's like, to me that's so funny because that's a bunch of cockable, and like half of it has already been proved wrong through evidence elsewhere.
And I was like, what the heck is that? So I looked up on Google and I was like, I wonder if she's seen this because it was long. Yeah, it's a bunch of bull, like on there, like they'll say something, but then if you go look somewhere else, you could tell that the deputy that wrote it, she really wasn't that brilliant, and she just wanted to do a lot of hearsay and like making up stuff, and you're allowed to do that and be like, oh, I think this, but then when you look at something somewhere else, you know what I mean? Like the DA, he's a smart guy. He knows that how like that
the lady just writes a bunch of, bull crap. She's a detective and has no idea what she's doing.
Before this hangs up on Timothy,
You know what
did
I
you hear
mean?
any more from
So,
Edgar?
that
Last
stuff
time
I
I
just
talked to you, you
laugh.
said you might be calling him on Sunday.
Yeah, I was supposed to talk to him today, but then I just a few minutes ago found out he wants to talk tomorrow. So my out time's tomorrow at 4.
All right. Well,
So anyway, it'll be somewhere between 2 and 6 tomorrow that I'll talk to him again. Yeah.
Queen Bella, I put it in the chat, but I don't know. It doesn't necessarily, it's just the quality of the videos. Like, it doesn't necessarily line up with the audio for me. It does with Tisha, but not with Amy for some reason. I don't know, but it's good and as good as we're going to get it, because that's not only how it comes, but even enhanced a little bit here and there. So it's just what we got. But oh my God. And most of these video visits are with these two, which, oh my God, that panting sound, like, it drives me crazy. And you know what? I noticed something though. When you can see their faces, like someone had put in the chat, Leticia really does believe her BS. And by the look on her face, she does appear to. I just think she's that good at manipulation. I don't think she believes her own bullshit. I think she knows it's bullshit. I just think she's that good of a manipulator.
I agree. I agree. And listen, y'all have to keep in mind that Leticia is telling Amy these things with specific intent. Okay. She wants Amy basically to be a bootleg Hogwarts owl, right? She wants her to go out there to the social media and, tell all these things. This is what she's doing. This is, why she's even entertaining Amy. But you can now you can see and hear when she gets frustrated with Amy, because at the very end there, she was frustrated with her. She was trying to tell her how crazy she is, and here's Amy being very rude and talking over her, and that's why she's like, and then
Oh, you're 100% right. And I don't think she can stand Amy at all. It's just the only person that she has to deal with, like, in this way, that can do things for her and all of that. She wants Amy's just doing a lot for her with her personal finances, with social media, with her family, everything. You know what I mean? So, but she doesn't like her at all.
No, she does not. And 40 minutes and to sit down with your lawyers, that's too much. And I start wrong thinking, or whatever the hell she said, when I go insane. The thing about insanity is, like, when it's happening, you don't really know. And I cannot impress upon you guys this enough. I think, Allie, when you and I when we do Slenderman, when we do Morgan's, like, go over that testimony from the psychiatrist that interviewed her and evaluated her, we need to put that up against some of the things that Leticia's psychiatrists and psychologists when reported from her evaluation, because there is a stark and dramatic difference. Morgan, one of the reasons that they didn't want to let her out, aside from the severity of the crime, is that she's not a good reporter. She does not report accurately her symptoms and when she's starting to hear voices or having hallucinations. Conversely, we have Tisha, let me do it right. Tisha Lynn over here talking about, oh yeah, I see the Volturi. They talk to me. I push a button. They're like butlers. I push a button, they come a running. But the Volturi, they got some drawbacks, like that one time when they took out my intestines, and another time they put some kind of chip in my arm, and I've been trying to dig it out. And those Volturi, they're very sometimey. You can't really rely on them too much. You got to just really can't let your guard down. Fuck off, Leticia.
Liz Volteri. Angie, I cannot wait for you to find out what we're planning either. And also, Kathy said, I was out of chat for a few. I'm wondering if she got some fake med records from South Carolina. No, I think she's just bullshitting.
Well,
That's what I believe. I don't believe there was ever any, because she that she said that she was diagnosed with schizophrenia in 2016, and then like they reaffirmed it. I don't know how she said it, but again in 2018, and she was like, just lying. It's just lies. I think it was just bullshit. And also I'm curious because I don't remember any leaking of the discovery. Is Amy talking about, what is she talking about? I
The
wonder.
probable cause
Because I don't
affidavit.
remember. That's what I was wondering. Is it that?
Yeah, I think that's what she's talking about. You know, look, let me just be nice. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to. These two are having a fucking buffet of wrong right now. Okay. I lied. I'm fucking saying it. They're like, seriously, it's a whole buffet of wrong. Okay. First of all, Leticia's over here playing games with her attorneys. These are the people that are supposed to help her, but she's out here giving tests. You know, I wanted to see if they'd be biased. Second of all,
Yeah.
Leticia, can I just tell you that schizophrenia is not one of those mental health illnesses that you can just like decide you can opt in and out of medication. Okay. Like there would be a very, very clear, long and established record if you had schizophrenia. Okay. And it's not like you can retrain your brain with that. It's actually a chemical imbalance. You can't just, this isn't where you, like with anxiety, sometimes, not always, but sometimes you can put the rubber band on your wrist. And when you get the anxious thoughts or the intrusive thoughts, that you flick the rubber band so that it retrains your brain. It's supposed to help. It's never worked for me. I don't know. It's never been my thing, but whatever. It works for some people, but schizophrenia is not one of those that you can do that with. So shut up, Roz.
Yeah. And also, like you said in the chat, but Tisha, Ativan is mental health medications, or psych meds.
It is.
Rimron, somebody had mentioned Rimron. Come on, lady. Let's stop playing games. Like, oh God. Nikki, thank you for being a member for 31 months.
Oh my gosh.
She said calculated and intentional in the way she speaks. I know. She hardly comes around anymore, but we love and miss you, Nikki, and you always have a place here.
I mean,
always.
And then she wants to know. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Allie. My bad.
No, you go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, no, thank B Crumbs because that was really thank B Crumbs because that was really sweet.
Yes. It was very sweet. And thank you, B Crumbs, so much for the 5 memberships. And thank you, Beach Lover, for being a member 4 months. But no, I was just gonna let you go ahead because I didn't want you to forget. And these are starred, so I know I wouldn't forget. But thank all of you guys. I really appreciate you. And especially thank you, Nikki, B Crumbs, and Beach Lover. Okay.
Oh, I won't forget. When I'm fixing to say something that mean. Here's the other thing. I just would like to say this. I feel personally a little bit, which I don't even know why, because I feel like anybody would have figured this out. Everybody did figure this out. Like I'm not special, but just hearing Leticia say, because I wanted my discovery, I needed to hear that. I don't know why I needed to hear it, but I did. And I'm glad that I did hear it. I'm glad she admitted it out loud that the whole reason that she wanted to go pro se is because she wanted her effing discovery. That's all she ever wanted. Yeah. And, and they gave it to her. And you had your whole discovery, dumbass, and you still couldn't come up with a lie that made sense. Thank God you couldn't, but you couldn't. But that was why she wanted it. She wanted to see what they had against her so that she could contrive a story that would make sense. We knew it, but I'm glad that we got to hear it.
Me too. I completely agree. And okay, we'll get right back to it. I just want to say though, Debbie says, Harley, I hope that's what she is doing. Well, I wish her the very best in her life. So I did watch her on a TikTok live the other night. and I don't want to go too far into this or anything, because, you know, I wasn't going to like screen record clips and play it or whatever. I just decided wish her the best in life too. And I don't, she seems to be doing really good. She said some interesting things on there though, that she has talked. I was telling Jen, they did ask if she was still in contact with Aunt Brenda. She said no. And then someone asked, have you talked to your stepdad? And she said, yeah. But a part of me thought for a second, like maybe I should try to, you know, place screen recordings or whatever. But then I thought, no, I just want to let her be. She's young. She deserves a chance to live. And she's going to come up. She's in these visits. She's in calls. We can talk about her and all of that. But, you know, doing an extra live just on Harley and her TikTok live, I don't want to do that. I just want to let her be. But I thought that was interesting. And she looked really good. She seemed to be doing good. Oh, one other thing she said that you guys would want to know was, she's going to be doing a podcast. And one of the topics that she wants to talk about is you are not your parents. So I thought that was interesting, but
I'm glad that I'm glad you decided not to do it, because, you know, Harley's really polarizing and people have really strong feelings about her. And obviously this goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway, because you know how I roll. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. But I think that it's better. TikTok is public. You can find it if you want to, you know.
Well, the lives don't save.
Well, if she ever goes live again,
no,
I
didn't
find it.
Yes. And no, I did not speak with her. No, she had a live stream on TikTok and people were in there asking some questions. Most people actually kept it about, you know, other things. But here and there were some questions. Yeah, that was funny, Punksy. Well, you can go find it if you want. Well, no, they're private. Well,
no, but you can, I meant like you can go find her account. Like, her account. You can find her TikTok if you want, not the video. The lives don't say. I don't understand that about TikTok. I think that's stupid. I don't like it. No me gusta.
I don't like it either. I don't like it at all. I would love to watch that podcast of Harley Two Claws. As soon as she does it, if I see it, you know, I will tell you guys where it's at and where to find it. And then Tess, thank you so much. She said these calls, adulterated and with commentary, are truly sublime, ladies. Love you both. And I love you, Tess, and thank you. And then Abellis, thank you for gifting a membership and thank you for being here. Bendy, you got anything else? Are we ready? What?
I'm ready.
What ready is order?
Huh? What?
Sorry, just your like disappointment and having to go on. I was gonna ask.
Frustrated with the bullshittery. Like, I wish they would talk about. I don't even want them. I don't care. Don't talk about the case because that would just make me angry. But talk about something somewhat meaningful. Even if they fucking just talked about a show. Even if they said something like, you know, did you watch American Horror Story last night? Yeah, that shit was trash. Something. Vanderpump Rules. Can you even believe Rachel out here? Y'all, speaking of Vanderpump Rules, Raquel has herself a podcast and y'all know what she's been doing. She has been doing that podcast after this season. So season 11. So what she does is she watches the episode and then has a response. I'll have to share that with y'all over there in the patrons. You know how YouTube feels about that kind of thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know shit about that, but hey, I'm here for you. I'm here to hang out with you anytime. So
I just like talking shit, period. So
Bernadette, I did see that interview with Amy Lang and Critical K, and it is on the Glarers channel, which the mods were actually dropping his link when because he came in here just a few minutes ago. But it's still on his channel. It's just deep in the lives. You just have to go deep in the lives, and it's not necessarily in the title, if I remember correctly. If anybody wants to watch it, it's like the title I think is about Critical K, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so yeah. Anytime that gets brought up, many people ask me, where can I find it? So that's just why I say.
That's where it's at.
Yep. Okay. Are you ready?
Yup. Let's go.
All right.
Hey,
Hey, oh, look, you got your hair did a little bit or something.
I did. I didn't put makeup on today. It's been a while.
Shut up.
I was feeling good today, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do it. How are
Yeah,
you?
I had to change the visit to my hour out time, but because we have to do it 48 hours in advance now.
Yeah, what
So
is up with that? I got an email like the last time that we talked. I got an email that said they have to be scheduled 48 hours in advance, and I'm like, that's ridiculous.
yeah, and it's kind of hard with hours in here because anything can change. But I had a good deputy today, so she's usually like on point. So she was like, "Yeah, you'll be out on time."
Yeah, I
But
meant to
yes,
ask you. I was gonna ask you
they
last week. Do you have certain hours that you get out every week, or is it just kind of?
it just depends. Like last night, it was like 10 p.m.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I couldn't call anyone, back home because it was midnight. So I just called Harley before I talked to you. But yeah,
Yeah.
they're doing that because some of the guys in the wards were like staying on the tablets the whole time they were out. Some people get out 3 hours, some people get out 6 hours, and some people are out all day.
Oh wow.
So they get to do more stuff on there. They get music and all this stuff. So like they were just on it for hours and hours, and it was causing like people to get in fights because one person was hogging it. And so this one girl went up to this other girl and just knocked her out because she
Oh
was
wow.
saying. And then so the dudes were doing all that, so it was just a bunch of chaos. But we don't have to worry about that in here, so I don't know why they changed it in here.
Yeah, because I got that email and I'm like, okay. So then we went to Florida last weekend. So I like scheduled it out for Monday, but I was like, I don't know if she's gonna be able to do it on Monday because like I don't know, what time you get
Yeah,
out every day. So I'm like, I need to figure
yeah,
that out. Worst case, like you can always call me too because I
yeah,
don't know how to put money on like your phone account. I tried looking it up, but I don't know
yeah.
how
No,
to
no,
do
don't.
it.
Yeah, don't do that. I'll just like look at my time out and like look who's working, and I can tell whether or not they're going to be. Because some deputies, they're just prone to be late
Yeah.
because they just don't have that. They don't have that mentality where the lady working today, she's structured. So
Yeah.
I knew I'd be on time.
I meant to ask you, how did your hearing go on Friday?
It was okay. I think I have to go back tomorrow. I think.
What for?
I, I, I really don't know. That's what I was told when I was on the phone with my friend Amy. She was like, you have to go back tomorrow. And I was like, oh, do I? I was like, oh, I'm glad you told me.
Well, that'd be interesting.
We'll see. We'll see. She told me about it. She was like, yeah, they did a WebEx afterwards. I was like, people are like it just, I don't know. It just drives me crazy that so many people want to be like, oh, like, reporting and doing all this. It's like, leave it alone. Like,
I
you
don't
know?
understand it myself because I like occasionally I'll see stuff on Facebook and I'm just like, I don't know why it's like so important to other people.
Yeah. And you know what the craziest thing about it is? I was telling my friend, I said, here's the thing. I said, they got so much invested in this. For them to admit that they have a wrongful incarceration would be for them to admit that they're wrong. And I
Yeah.
said, that's a hard thing for people like to do. Some people can't admit they're wrong. They will take it. Like I could show them a video and they would dismiss the person on the video as a lunatic. You know what I'm saying? They would say, this person's a lunatic. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah. Because they just won't, they won't admit that. So it's just, me and my friend were talking about that. We were like, it's okay. That's just how it works. But I mean,
How was your weekend? I mean, anything else fun happening aside from that?
oh god, I was freaking out because I thought they had put that chip in my arm again.
Oh, what?
So I was like, yeah, so I just get like crazy where I start thinking they put these chips in my arm and they're trying to control my brain. And so like I just start going crazy thinking that they're trying to control my brain, and I freak out and get a little wild. Not like wild isn't bad, but like I just start pacing and going crazy. And they were
That's
like they're like
understandable.
they're like, we haven't put any chip in there. There's no chips. So then I go on these like binges where I don't eat, I don't drink. I don't take my medicine. I like don't do anything because I start freaking out. You
Yeah.
know.
Have you heard
So
from Edgar anymore?
yeah, I talked to him. I don't know. Was it 2 or 3 days ago? So what I had to do was now it makes it a little harder because the other person now has to have their thing set for 48 hours. So,
Yeah, and I read on
yeah.
the email they said like you have to have like a picture, you have to be like GTL verified or whatever, like you have to give them a driver's license or they'll like terminate your account.
Yeah, they'll do that, but like it does long as I know that account is under someone else's name, you know what I mean? For
Yeah.
now, and
How did
I'm
that
not
go?
yeah, and she's verified, so
Okay.
that's
How
yeah.
did that go? Was anything eventful?
Oh, yeah, he let me well, long story short, we had a kid together
What? Okay, no,
a long time ago.
okay.
Yeah. So yeah, without going into detail about that, so we talked about that for a little bit, and
Yeah.
he always kept him from me, and like because I didn't ever want to be involved in the family business.
Yeah. Wow. That's
Yeah. So
I didn't see that coming.
yeah, yeah, and so the only couple people know, like Harley's dad knew, but he's not alive. So
No.
yeah, so he knew because Harley's dad was always like, well, he can live with us, and I'll, he wanted more kids anyway, Harley's dad, so he'd always be like, whatever. But it's kind of hard when you're going against a notorious family,
Yeah.
and you're not going to be involved in their stuff. Then they got a lot of pull over your head, and they blackmail you, So,
Is he
but
is he from out here or is he from Florida?
he's from Guadalajara, Mexico.
Oh, okay.
But they have a house in Miami, and then they have a house in Denver. Well, it's not really a house in Denver. It's kind of like a eating place in there.
I gotcha. Well,
But they do have a house. That's why I was like always in Miami or Florida or whatever because I'd always get to see him. He just thought I was another family member, and Harley always thought, like they get smart, when they get a certain age.
yeah.
And they start, looking at each other and like, we kind of look alike. Yeah, we're kin, but we really look alike to be kin, like they start being, and then, kids get where they can look up vital records and like, like all this stuff. So they get smart.
Yeah, so Harley.
Yeah,
I was gonna ask you if Harley knew about that.
Well, we've never like talked about it like in those terms because that wouldn't have been fair to her, this whole time, like in life. But she's always known him as her cousin. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But they're not dumb. They've through this process they've figured out they're not dumb.
Yeah.
And so they like and the thing about it is they lied to him for all this time, and he thinks his mom had died in a boating accident.
Oh.
Yeah, because that was you became clear now. That's good. They always told him, because I would never live there. I wouldn't move there. They wanted me to leave Chance, that type of thing. So I would never do it. And if I didn't, go to their standards, then they got too much power for me to be like, battle them into courts, and stuff like that. It's just too much, too dangerous too,
Yeah. Like, I feel kind of bad for you because you got wrapped up into all that because that sounds like that's, I guess, difficult. Best way to put it.
Yeah, that's why he was always with us, like on cruises and like anywhere, because that was a way that I could always be around him,
Yeah.
because I couldn't just come out and be like, my plan would have been when he's 18, but he's 15. So,
Yeah, I was gonna ask if he was younger or really
I mean, he's had a good life, very privileged, even more privileged than Harley. I mean, the kid's got a Beamer riding around. Now, it's not brand new, but still.
Yeah, I mean, they're not
He was driving
or they're not cheap used, so.
He was driving his little happy self around in Miami with a Beamer, and I'm like, and when the girls were laughing at me because they got to see him the other day, they were like, we want to see what he looks like. Let's see if he looks like you or whatever. So they were like standing over the top of the screen, and they were like, they were trying to make me mad. They were like, I can see you now ride around his little Beamer. He probably pulling on girls. I'm like, shut up.
That's so funny.
I'm like, shut up. I'm like, I don't want to hear this.
It's good to know that he's had like a good life and he's got to, I guess, enjoy the finer things.
Oh yeah, well, Harley had the same way. He would have been like that, living with us too. But it just would have came with a price. I would have always been in the family business, you know, you know, and
Do you
that would have
ever,
been more dangerous, especially, you know, being a teacher and trying to live life right, you know, so.
do you ever think
But yeah.
you'll like quit talking to Edgar just based on like how he is or the things that he's like associated with, I guess?
Well, I can't because of the fact that we always like I always want to like, you know, make sure he lets Ty know that, you know, like the whole situation, you know, but you got to also remember I had to always, you know, get put in a position of protecting, you know, my biological son.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so that kid's put in a hard situation that people don't even realize, you know, and that's the hardest part. Like I'm not this monster, you know. I'm just in a very difficult situation to be choosing sides with people, you know, and it's just hard, you know.
Shoot, I don't know how I could do it, especially knowing more than what I did in the beginning. Like, that's like the perfect definition of being like between a rock and a hard place.
You know, and that's what these people don't know. They don't realize. They think, you know, like, oh well, you know, this is your child. Well, guess what? This is my child too.
Yeah.
This is, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a crazy situation that no matter what side you choose or choice you take, is the wrong choice, you know?
Yeah, it's going to be hard for a lot of people to understand too, because not a lot of people have gone through what you've gone through and are going through, so they're not really going to be able to like understand it the way that you do.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, definitely not. Yeah. And not to mention, you know, like you don't want all that to unfold to people, because the first thing they're going to be like is, you know, like your family, your friends, everybody, because I'd count on my hands on one hand the people that know, and they're just people that, you know, one person in Myrtle Beach knows who I've been friends with all my life, you know, and I know she's never gonna, like, when I say knows, like knows who he is, knows, you know what I'm saying, like first name, last name, knows everything, you know. And then there's Harley's dad. He knew, and then there's another person who knows, and another person and a family member who knows, and that was it. And they, you know, they know to take that to their grave until we were ready to say something, you know. So
I'm guessing Al probably knows.
huh?
Does Al know?
Oh well, no, not really, but he just always thought he wanted to use, you know, Edgar to do all these. He wanted Edgar to like beat Mike up, you know, and like all that stuff. And that was the crazy part.
Mike,
because he knew
Mike?
He had the connection.
Who's Mike?
Mike is the kid's stepfather.
Okay. So is that Landon's husband?
Yeah. So like she would have moved to Colorado because he always called me being in cahoots with her, you know, which we kind of were in cahoots together always because we're moms, you know, always kind of in cahoots with each other. I say in cahoots in a good way, you know, like we're gonna like tell each other stuff, you know. And so he would always be like, if you quit, you know, acting like you're gonna go back to South Carolina, she will be convinced and come live in Colorado. I can come to Colorado and live with Mike, so Mike needs to be out of the picture. I just feel like, oh, don't tell me that. Okay, whatever, because I actually like got along with Mike, you know. So.
Are him and Landon still together?
Yeah, I'm not really sure about that. I don't know if they still together. I know she talks to my friend all the time, and checks in with her, and you know, she's always talking to my friend Amy, and she's like, I know T didn't do this. I'm just ready for it to come out, you know. And I think she's now like starting to see so many different signs that were not like, you know, she's remembering things that I said to her that makes sense now prior, you know what I mean?
I see the camera going up. I want to let you know I put money on your,
anyway, it's gonna hang up.
I put some money on your account yesterday for the video chat thing. I think I rounded it up, it was like $26.15. So I put money on your account for the video chat thing yesterday. And then I don't know if you got them, but I sent you two books last weekend, like a cross or a word something else.
I have some money in my account, but I need to tell you what that lady from Minnesota said.
Yeah, call me.
Okay, I'll tell you.
Bye.
Okay, so I'm going to keep it short because Jen's smoking.
No, I lied.
There you are. Never mind.
No, I as soon as it ended, it was starting to end right when I sent that, and I was like, I'm not just gonna leave my girl up there hanging. That's like a Leticia move. F that. No.
Well, I'm glad you didn't. I won't go, like, I just want to say a couple things. I want to keep listening with you guys, but there are a couple things I feel we have to address here. Like, and I want to get your thoughts, of course, too. But for me, the things that, like, okay, first of all, it infuriates me from deep within when I hear her say things like, Landon is starting to realize, when she talks to my friend Amy and she's like, yeah, I know T didn't do this. So it's just infuriating because she's not delusional. We know that she knows what she did. However, she's puts on this mask of delusion, and I don't know, she puts on this mask of a whole nother person and lives this lie, and it's infuriating because she does it with her, like, everything in her, and she is almost believable at times because that's because she's so good at lying. It makes it appear that she does believe herself, like we touched on earlier. It's really infuriating to hear her talk about that stuff and think that she's pulling one over on Gannon's mom. That really pisses me off. And then also, she's tied this guy at the jail into her conspiracy and her lie, one of her many different versions of events to what happened to Gannon. And now this guy at the jail is Ty's dad, right? Which we heard, like, some of that come out a little bit in the phone calls. That's the way that I took it and understand it. And the only reason I remember that from the calls, because Melissa was just on those calls. And it's like she's saying Edgar. So we know Edwin is the real person at the jail, but we have this Edgar character who's also at the jail. I don't know. It's quite confusing the way she's wrapped all these lies together, but he's baby daddy of Ty and also part of the cartel and part of this whole scheme. Yeah. Right. Please, if you can make sense of it for me, please help me.
I can't even believe I'm going to say this. Jesus fuck. Here we go. Okay. So there is a real person in jail that with Leticia that she has been talking to. And by talking to, I mean she's toilet talking. Because she classy AF, y'all. Then there is this Edgar guy. This is where her brain just goes ridiculously askew, and she actually thinks that this makes a lick of sense. Okay. After she had Harley, but before she was with Al, she was with Edgar, who was also on the cruise with them when they were on the cruise, back in whenever that was, that I can't remember. Okay. He travels around with them. He's a fantastic guy, but Leticia wasn't good enough for him. So he told their son, Ty, because that's Ty. Shut up, Leticia. Anyway, he tells Ty that his mom died in a boating accident. I mean, what are you, Natalie fucking Wood, Leticia? Shut up. She just takes bits and pieces, stories or movies. She's not even original. You know who you should hang out with, Leticia? Chad. I think you two would have scads to talk about. Okay. So she has this child, this boy, and the situation with Gannon is wrapped up in the situation that has to do with her son. But Leticia's very torn, y'all. She has to protect both of her children, and she didn't want it to come out. Now, but it had to come out. And now this is the time when she's been telling Harley that she's getting, all this money. And don't you worry, you don't got to take Aunt Brenda's shit for too much longer, Harley. I got you. We're going to get you a car and all of the things, which also never happened because she is a lying liar mouth who tells lies. Here's the other thing that I've always wanted to ask Leticia, but I don't think I'm ever going to get a chance. If you're supposed to keep this child a secret and his family is connected, girl, why are you telling people on the phone that is recorded? And why are you on video visits that are both audio and video recorded? Tisha, What are you doing? It makes no sense. None. It's all made up. It's all baloney. Harley doesn't know some kid from, Miami and Guadalajara, Mexico, of all places. I mean, look, okay. I'm Mexican.
Who drives a
Obviously,
Beamer?
correct. I mean, listen, obviously, me being Mexican, I can't speak for all the Mexicans. I'm not Cesar Chavez over here, okay? But what I will tell you is, yes, there are people in Mexico, from Mexico, who also happen to live in, the parts of Mexico that are destination spots, okay? But it would have sounded a little more real if Leticia had picked some other city in Mexico that wasn't a vacation destination. Okay. Oh yeah, and the way she says it too, he's in Guadalajara, Mexico. Like, shut up, Leticia. And he hangs out in Miami. Shut up. None of those things are true. She just just made that up.
Shelly, if you email me, I will never, unless there's something that you want me to put out in a stream on a case or something, it will never go anywhere. But yeah, definitely email me. It's on the bottom of the screen. Okay, so hold on. I lost my train of thought for a second, but okay. At the Amy's facial expressions, I did have a comment to make on the Mexican thing, hopefully, or on the Guadalajara thing, but if it'll come back to me. But if not, also I wanted to comment to you, like the facial expression she makes, even when she's like, "Have you talked to him, Edgar or whoever?" Like.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's really hard to focus on other things while she's doing that. She gets so I'm sorry, they're just so intense. Like her facial expressions. Wait and watch on this next one. The next one is her again, so more Amy, and you'll see what I mean. Oh, I know what I was going to say about the Mexican thing and the cartel thing. I don't know that the cartel is going to take too kindly to you blaming like this. It's a murder of a child. You know what I mean? And you've got this elaborate story. I mean, it's stupid. Why would you even do that? I don't know. It's really stupid to me that she would even try to bring in the cartel. And she talks about how dangerous they are and how, this son would, she didn't get to see him because she wouldn't be part of the family business. She refused to partake in that kind of stuff. But
because we know
then
how
why, if you like, so you obviously
breaking laws.
Yeah. But so she obviously knows a little about them though. So why are you, I don't know. It just seems like a really dumb idea to bring that into this whole mess that's already such a mess. But
I have a feeling that part of the reason why Leticia is where she is currently, the state, is because they're trying to get her moved away from Colorado, where I'm sure people have heard all of this at some point. And yeah, I think that was part of why she's been removed from the state of Colorado. Debbie, I can speak Spanish a little. I understand it much better, but Leticia can just Leticia. Shut up, Leticia. Just shut up. I'm just over her. I just want to ask the chat if anybody noticed the shadow behind Tisha. I did that because I wanted to give like a grease mark on the wall. So I hope you guys appreciate that. It's a little Easter egg for you. I got to do little things here and there to amuse myself. Yeah, and also too, probably don't be fucking poking the cartel. Okay, it's not like what I'm doing right now. Listen, I will talk shit about you all day and twice on Sunday, and you're not going to do nothing. Do you know who I wouldn't talk shit about? The fucking cartel. Stop it, Leticia.
Sorry, you just crack me up sometimes, but exactly. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I know you want your cigarette. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Sorry, Jimmy's laughing and cracking.
Oh God, don't I look crazy. Don't.
You look fine. You see me look. My hair's like a hot mess today.
It's been a rough day. Like they came and got me for court transport at 7 a.m. and then they took me there and I had to wait till 11:30. And I haven't slept, I haven't ate, I've been like all over the place. Like so I had to like contain my anxieties during the hearing and I had to stay focused because the voices in my head were like talking crazy talk and yeah, okay. And so then check this out. And then when I'm sitting there, I keep looking up at the screen and like justice is sitting on top of the screen. And I was like, so I'm trying not to make like some like like reaction because the judge is watching to make sure I'm like competent to like make these decisions. And I'm like looking up at the screen. I'm like, I'm like trying to control it, and like so these people think I'm like a lunatic or something. But it happens when all this like from not sleeping, not eating, it starts. So it's getting really bad, and I go into my vampire mode and I start thinking about crazy shit. Plus, I was already like, it was probably a bad date to have the hearing because I was already like on like, don't laugh at me. I was on this mission for blood consumption for like 2 or 3 days. I even convinced one of the girls to do it. I know it's crazy. Oh, I know. I've been all over the place. And then when I went today on when I went on court transport and I get the message because
Oh, hold on. Hit the wrong button. Turn my volume up. Go ahead.
Anyway, so I got the message that because sometimes there's, how can I say it? There's people who continue to like give me inside messages,
Yeah.
and so they know I don't have any access to any internet or. Cause see, they have the tablets here, but like the other wards can use all the internet stuff, but because my ward can't. But they took all the newspapers and stuff away.
What's the point of that?
Yeah, so I was like, so when I read the lips and I was like, I saw looked at me and goes, Emma was arrested. And I was like, Emma, who the hell is Emma? Because it didn't hit me, at first. I thought, I don't know who that is. And then I was sitting there like waiting and I was like, and my eyes got big. I was like, oh my God. Like it just freaked me out.
Okay, so if I piece this together correctly, so Emma is related to Angel. Are they sisters?
I can't necessarily say that, but you got the related part right.
Okay. All right. Well, this is making more sense now that I'm starting to like piece.
Yeah. So do you see why I'd be terrified?
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense now because like I was trying to like think of like because you told me like some stuff about him and I'm like, all right, so like usually people that fit that criteria are like high profile people, so like who could it be? And then when you told me to look that up, I was like, oh. Oh man.
I think they call it, I don't know how to say it in Spanish, Seiscientos Uno or something like that. 701. That's his name on the street, so we call him 701. 701. Because I think he was. Or are you on your phone or your computer?
So I was trying to before it went through. I was trying to like answer on my laptop, but then I answered on my phone. So I have my computer. If you need me to look up something.
Oh, I look it up. I think he was like one time was like 701 on the Forbes list.
How would I type that in Google? What should I?
Just put in El Chapo 701 Forbes. I think that's what it was. If I'm not mistaken. But so like she hasn't been allowed to visit him or anything, because he's at ADX.
Yeah, I see that.
Yep.
List. Oh my God.
I told you.
Wow.
Hey, Edgar used to wear a hat that said 701 on it, and I would be like, "What the hell is 701?"
Wow.
And like the whole point was because it'd be like like the Mexican with the big time name made 701.
Oh wow, I did not know that. That's crazy.
Oh yeah. So does it say it doesn't? So they got her for, you said what now?
So let me go back to my recent searches. Oh, what are you doing? Hold on. Let's see. All right, so it was the first one that popped up. Let's see, arrested on drug trafficking charges. There's something about methamphetamine. Let's see.
It should probably fentanyl.
Let's see. Conspiring to distribute cocaine, methamphetamine, heroin, and marijuana for importation to the U.S. That's a lot.
And it doesn't say where they caught her.
No, let me go try to find another article because this one's not very like informative. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Let's see. Okay, it looks like Washington. Yeah, this I clicked on the second one. Looks like it happened in Washington.
Nuh-uh.
I don't know if you can see. Hold on, let me get off of here. The stupid ads. Her mugshot doesn't look too bad.
Wait, pull it back a little bit. Like, pull it down a little bit. Because she's real pretty. Oh, something happened.
Yeah, she looks like her. Like she has a
All right.
shot. Where'd it go? I hate this thing. Well, it disappeared. But yeah, she looked in her mugshot.
Yeah. So, yeah, because they're not from here. They're from Mexico, but I mean, they got roots here. Does it say anything? Did it say anything about Colorado?
Oh, let me see. Let's see. No, it's just mostly talking about like his past and like how notorious he is. The role that she played in like his rise to success.
She should be a little bit younger to me, probably like 32, 33. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's young compared to him.
Yeah, how old is he? Is he like in his
60s at least? Yeah.
Yeah, she's 31.
Oh, yep. See, and he's not. The last time I heard, he ain't doing well, like his health and stuff like that. And I was like, oh god.
Oh man.
Because like, okay, so like what happened when he was in the Mexico prison. You know what happened?
No, I don't think I do because I don't really know a lot
when you get free time, you got to look this shit up. So if you go on there and like Google El Chapo's escape, they freaking, he's an architect, so they had it where they lined it up perfectly. He's in his shower, he gets missing, and they drilled a hole underground and take it. Oh.
What?
Yes.
I'll look that up tonight because I'm not doing anything tonight aside from just sitting on the couch.
Yeah, but you got to look it up. I mean, I'm sure the videos are out there, because I remember E showed me like one time we were in Florida and I was like, what the hell?
What?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh my god. Well, okay. Well, the good thing is I know Angel should not be incarcerated because then, that would probably be on there. And then because Angel's other name is Cruz, so I always call her by Cruz instead of, because I never, some of those Spanish names I don't know how to say.
Yeah.
I'm always like trying to say them like Castillo and all that. I don't know. And like one of them is Trujillo, and it looks like Trujillo, and it's Trujillo. I know, so I never could say them right. I always just say Cadone and spell it an American way.
Would she maybe go by a different last name?
Well, they got two names, so it's Cruz is her other name.
Okay. I'm guessing.
Well, I think it's Cruz unless she lied to me. But
Uh-oh, we're frozen, Allie. We might have lost Allie for just a sec, you guys.
No, I'm here. It just was having trouble loading for a second, so I just paused it so we didn't miss anything. I'm gonna press play and let it finish. Sorry about that.
She's trying to say Trujillo, y'all, not Trujillo.
Yeah.
Shut up, Tisha.
Okay.
Oh,
that's what you're.
Yeah.
Before, right?
Yeah, like I have it, but like she also has it, but like she hasn't done anything with it in a year. Like I trust her. Like I know I don't think they got the money. It's ain't like they about to do it too. They got bigger problems going on right now. It ain't like they're about to sell my video just because, they need like attorneys or some shit. They got the money,
So what happened with that video? Like if that's what gets out of there, what happens next?
So you have to submit it, like the judge was talking about today, like any evidence that we have that. Oh, you have number 13 on your hand? That's a gang sign here in Colorado.
I got a warning from Tellmate, whatever. I'm not supposed to have like my fingers in the video chat because it's gonna be like gang affiliation.
Yeah, okay. Just thought I had to tell you that because that's the Serreños. It's like a Mexican Serreño group here.
Oh no, see, I got it because 13 is supposed to be a lucky number, so I got it.
Well, don't come to Colorado. Don't come to my trial and be like, repeat it.
I go to Colorado, I'll put like concealer on my finger.
Because people are going to stop you and be like, wait a minute, you're not Mexican. What are you doing?
I didn't know that.
Because you know the white people gang here is 211. Anyway, I learned all that through these people because there's a difference between cartels and gangs. Cartels are organizations. You know what I mean? Gangs are stupid. You don't need to be in gangs. Anyway, so what he was saying is I have to submit that evidence. Like the advisor counselor helped me when we get to the point that we don't have to do it right now. You have to do it before trial, but you don't have to do it right now. And so, like, if you have to, like, I'm holding on to all of it right now. Like I told him in court today, I said I have 2 pieces of information that would clear my name, sir. And being like, trying to be facetious or something, I said this or nefarious. I was like, sir, because I was trying to relate it to real life. Because I was like, sir, I said, when it comes down to how was that I said it? A real life situation, I said I'm really good at it. I said, you gotta know how to hold them, you know how to fold them. I said, and this is a situation where I'm so confident in this. I said that I got the winning hand, the trump card. And I was like, and he was like, okay, well, don't tell me what it is.
Yeah.
So
now, is that something you're gonna give to like the other side too?
Yeah, but you don't have to give it to him now. Like there'll be a hearing later on where you submit evidence in and stuff like that. But my biggest thing is like the reason you have to be strategic for waiting is because people can like attack it and like you know what I'm saying. Like I'm not gonna just go hand it and be like, if it like I would if it was gonna like if they would look at it and be like, oh well darn shoot, but people have a problem admitting they're wrong. You know what I mean?
If you give it to them too soon, that gives them too much time to think of how they could like negate it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I would try to hold on to that like as long as you can before they start getting about it.
I am. I'm surprised you haven't like I want to know what the headline says. It probably says I'm going off the rocker.
Oh Lord, you want me to look it up?
Just see if it says I like went off the rocker. Nah, but I haven't. But
All right, hold on. Let me type.
Probably says I represent myself. I'm surprised you didn't even know.
No,
I look for you if you were on there. I look for your name on there, but I didn't see you.
Oh, how do you get in? You said is it WebEx or Zoom?
WebEx.
Oh, so the so the top headlines is just that you are to represent yourself in trial. That's pretty much what they all say. Let's see. A legal expert weighed in on you potentially choosing to represent yourself. And
Oh God, what'd she say? I'm a no job.
No, they say that most people that represent themselves in these cases like don't win. They can't speak for everybody. There's multiple people who've done it and won. So, here's one.
Plus,
Judge grants right to represent herself in court. Yeah. Oh man. Was Al there today?
Oh yeah. And you know what? I looked at him because I wanted. That's why I said 2 pieces of evidence instead of the one, which was the video, and then the 2 I didn't say the second. And I made sure I looked at him like, you think you slick right now, but I got 2 because I got the other one from Angel, and I didn't. I was like, and she wasn't, she can't. She's pissed at him, through the whole process. So she wasn't trying to give it to me in the beginning because she was trying to like hook up and stuff, But now she's like, nah,
Yikes. Well, I bet he's probably sweating bullets then.
That's why I was like looking at him like, like I wanted just to be like 2.
That'll be interesting. No, so see if I can get in on WebEx, then I'll have to download it.
Yeah. Oh, anyway, all right. Well, thank you for looking that up for me. I figured I'd let you know what was going on, so you didn't think your friend had lost her ever-loving mind.
No, I wish I would have known what I could have got into WebEx because I would have watched it.
Yeah, I got it under control. I got those 2 things, man, and I'm good to go.
Awesome. Well, you can call me whenever. It looks like we're gonna go chat.
Okay.
Anymore.
Okay. All right.
Okay, Jen, what do you say we let it roll and play one more and then talk and let it go? Because we want to be off here at 9 and it's 8:35.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, because I want to finish at 9 so we can go over to your channel for the daybell.
Yeah, I'm not going to start until 9:15. I gave us a buffer, just so you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
All
I
right.
thought you might need a little bit of space, time between we end here and go over there. So I gave us a little buffer just in case.
Aw, awesome. Okay. All right. Well, okay. Well, let me just say then, the only really thing I wanted to comment to you was the gang talk and Amy's gang sign and well, I mean, there's many other things that are just ridiculous along the way, but the gang talk, I mean, oh my God, it's frustrating. It teaches like gangs. Yeah. Gangs are stupid. Like cartel, like being in the cartel is a great idea. Don't be in a gang. They're stupid, because I'm cool. I'm in the cartel or I mess with the cartel. Like she's just so annoying. And then Amy's 13. They were just tickled to death over that. It was like, oh my God, are we like two 15-year-old girls that are talking about their boy crush or something?
It's ridiculous. Leticia, you sound like a bootleg fucking 21 Jump Street chick. Like you're what are you, undercover? You all of a sudden know, but you're giving out all the wrong informations. Shut up, Tisha. You have no idea what you're talking about. I mean, some of the stuff she's saying is like a halfway kind of like there's a piece of the story that's sort of correct, but the rest of it's just made up out here. I mean, like shut up. Just shut up, Tisha. So tired of her ass. Most
Some of
people
it makes a little
that
sense.
have tattoos usually get their 13th tattoo has the number 13 inside the tattoo, or it is a straight number 13. It's I mean, come on.
Oh,
Give
I
me a
didn't know that.
break. Yeah. She's so ridiculous. Leticia, also, I just like to point out that by the time we listen to that one, it's the end of February, and the last time she washed her hairs was on February 17th, 2021. We're now into fucking March. Bitch ain't washed her hair. Her hairs. I mean, did you see when she's trying to run her fingers through it and big chunks move?
No. I'll watch on this one though.
Ridiculous.
I have 17 tattoos. I cannot get over that. I did about the 13th tattoo. I missed out, and I'll never get another tattoo. So I won't ever be able to do something like that.
Yeah, you should have gotten, a little black cat or the number 13 something. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, a little black cat. That would be cute. But
yeah. There we go. More. Listen, this is going to be the most cerebral conversation you guys hear today. So I just really hope that you're sitting someplace very quiet so you can, truly focus on these, huge kernels of knowledge that fucking Leticia and Amy are spitting here, because these are, we're getting like an inside view to a Mensa meeting. I just want you guys to know that. I hope you appreciate it.
Abellis, thank you for gifting a membership. And yes, Little Red, I do. I have 17. I haven't had one either, and I haven't had one for like 10 years. I got all of those like at a very young age, which I like some of them, but I don't necessarily like them all. But anyways, all right.
I'm itching for a new one, but they're expensive, and I got other stuff I got to spend money on.
They are expensive, and I'm scared. I'm scared. I got mine when I was young and wild. Like now I'm older, and I would be like very particular about where I would get it and stuff like that. So I don't know, maybe one day, but I'm doubting it. I'm just paranoid in my older age. All right. Let's go.
Later today.
Hey! I was
just talking to myself. I was like looking at my watch, like, how the heck is it only 11:13? It feels like it should be later in the day.
I know. Oh, I was trying to brush my hair real quick because I was like, "Oh, it's crazy." Well, I washed it last night. I'll have a straightener here, but it does not too bad for a straightener,
No, so your hair looks. I had mine braided. Like I took a shower this morning at like 5, and then I just took my braids out because I thought it'd be wavy.
That's what I did last week.
You ain't watched that shit,
Yeah.
Leticia. Stop lying to these people.
No, it's wavy. That's what I did last week. You're dealing with the humidity there. Well, Harley said she was out by the pool for the last 2 days. I don't know what the weather is there, but she said it was 79 there.
Yeah, girl. Oh man, I couldn't wait to tell you this. It was 80 degrees here yesterday.
That's what she was saying.
I was so excited. So my husband and I took the girls out to the park, and what else did we do? Took the car to the car wash.
Yeah.
I had to go to Walmart a couple things, but I was like, heck yeah, it hasn't been this warm in a while. I'm gonna enjoy that.
Yeah. She was like, I called her because she was like, "Can you call me back? I'm by the pool." I was like, "What?"
Oh.
I was like, "By the pool."
So she's doing pretty good then.
Yeah. She was working a lot. They, Myrtle Beach has got where they're like, it's tourist. We got to get back pumping. We ain't got time for all this.
I love Myrtle Beach because, like, where I live out in Hope Mills, it's literally 2 hours on the dot to Myrtle Beach. So I'm like always calling my husband, which if you in my letter, I said his name was Taylor, but his name's actually Tanner. So I told Tanner, I was like, I really love Myrtle Beach, and he's like, it just seems so pointless to me when we could go to Florida. I'm like, dude, it's like 2 hours compared to like 6.5.
Yeah. And the thing about it is when we would go to Florida, even when I'd go on say we had Mondays off, we'd get out of school on Friday and like literally go just drive all night, and then by the time you get there, it's mid or after, 1, 2 in the morning. So you got to still get up at 8 o'clock to get something done for the day, and it's just, when you make it to the Monday morning and you want to do stuff all day and you got to drive back that 6 hours. For us, it was 8 hours. It's like, there's so many nights we drove back through the middle of the night and we were just like I was so exhausted. Like I'd go turn around and go to work, and I'd be at work. I'd be at work like, woo! But I went to Florida.
Let me tell you a story about like the longest trip I ever did. I drove. Well, you read that letter I sent you about all that fun stuff. So at one point in time, I drove all the way from Daytona Beach, Florida, to where I lived in Indiana. It was a 15-hour drive. I did it all in one night.
Oh God, yeah, you crazy.
Oh my gosh, no, when I got back to Indiana, I was like sick for like 3 days and I'm like, never again.
That's why like when they drove me here, we didn't never like stop to sleep or anything. We just kept driving for 20 some hours.
You mean when
they extradited? Yeah.
Okay. They didn't stop?
Well, I mean, we would like stop to pee and stuff, but like nothing to like sleep or rest or nothing.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible. So, I mean, what did you do? Just sit in the back of the car the whole time?
Yeah, but it was just like I was so delusional because you can't just go to sleep. I mean, first of all, these strangers are, driving me across the country, and then they don't really know their way. They're reading maps and the phones, and I'm just sitting there like, oh my God, and then eventually you get so tired, I was just out of it. I was just so delusional. Like, I swear I saw like bears on the side of the road. At one point I thought there was like deer everywhere and I was like freaking out. There was animals everywhere. And then it got to the point where I saw a tiger and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm really delusional.
Were you able to talk to people like in the car?
Yeah.
Did they want?
Yeah, they were nice like that. Like they let me listen to country music and we played like games like that and stuff like that. But then after, a couple hours, you can't do that for 27 hours, you'll eventually you're like, what the heck,
Oh my God, no, I hate that.
Yeah.
So I was going to ask you, did you get any emails after that text?
Why, was it a bad one?
No,
yeah, I did get emails. Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to pick my words wisely here since I know this is recorded. Yeah. Okay. So I'm guessing the number that was texted probably has something to do with Edgar.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing, I'm just going on a wild guess here too. I know that's not his real name, right?
Huh? Well,
that's not his real name.
It's his street name. Yeah.
The street name. Okay, yeah. Okay, that's all I was thinking.
Nobody in Colorado go by their real name.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they either go by, it's a shortened version of their name, like Angels is Angelica.
Okay.
Or if it's not like that, it's something completely different. It might be like Creeper, or it might be like Ghost, or like, I don't know, something crazy. Bones. One dude goes by Bones.
Well, I was wondering because, like, after we talked about El Chapo the other day, I started looking him up, and then I saw that he had a son named Edgar, and I was like, "Is that where the idea came from?"
Oh, no. He had a what name, Edgar?
I guess El Chapo has a son named Edgar.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering if that's where it came from.
Well, his name is shortened as Edgar, but yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no,
But was it?
that's really his like name that he goes by the whole time. It's just longer. You know how Hispanic people have like they'll say like one thing, but then it's like this long version. Like we might say it an English way, and they say it a Spanish way, because they don't
Yeah.
say Edgar, they say Edgar. So like or like it's like Juan. We that's how it is. So it's still the same spelling as in his name. It's just they pronounce it differently.
Okay, so some of my family's Hispanic. It's my freaking genealogy is just all over the place.
Yeah.
So I'm like somewhat Caucasian, Native American. I have Hispanic in me because my dad's bloodline is like out the wazoo. But so you say Edgar translates to like Juan? Is that right?
No. I can't say it in how they say it in Spanish. They be like Igor. Like it's almost like
Oh.
Eduardo. Like it's almost like Eduardo, but he shortens it as Edgar. But it's just a Spanish.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't say it right. I can't whirl my T's and all that like they do. You know, I can't. I'm too country for that shit.
I can't remember my R's.
Yeah.
So my husband and I, we started taking one of those like, learn to speak Spanish things.
Yeah.
So in high school, I took Spanish like freshman, sophomore, junior, senior year. So I know a lot of it.
Yeah.
We just started one of the like, I can't remember the name of the thing, but we're like learning it together.
Yeah.
And most of it, I think my husband struggled is hilarious.
He's got, so let's see. Is he like 43? His son?
Whose son?
Tops.
Oh, let me see. Hold on.
I know he's got twins too. And they're younger.
Oh.
But the twins are with Emma. You know what I was thinking about? I was sitting there, I was like, oh my, there's a picture of me and Emma on Facebook.
Is there?
Mm-hmm. I forgot about that.
On her?
No, it should be on my account.
Is your account still up?
No, but I'm saying like, I'm pretty sure it needs to be found.
I can look.
Yeah, but it's like it's on there. It's me and her. We're on a boat.
So when I looked up El Chapo's son, Edgar Guzman Lopez, May 30th, 1986 is when he was born. Is there something I don't know? Is he the one?
I don't know. Oh, no. Do you see my hand?
I need to know.
You gotta say it, Guzma. Wait, how did you pronounce the last name?
So the way they have the, like, you know how they put, like, the little things on top of, like, certain letters? It's, Guzman.
Yeah, that's Guzman. And then how'd you pronounce the last name? I'm just listening to your Spanish.
It's Lopez.
Lopez.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what they do is, even though it says Lopez, so what they do is they have like this code too they go by. So when they go somewhere, instead of always using Lopez, they say Larea. So they do Larea.
Oh, you see, I didn't know that.
Which changes the P to an R. But that's why I remember when I told you about Emma's, and I said cordon.
Yeah.
Cordon. So it just depends when you meet people. Sometimes they'll say it correctly. Sometimes it's cordon. It just depends. It's because people always know who, like, their name and stuff like that.
Huh. I didn't know that. So, hold on. Let's see if I can find you on Facebook.
Yeah. Because Chop's middle name is Guzman too.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Baki.
What would I look you under on Facebook? Your full name or?
What, my name? No. It was under T.E. Stauch.
Okay.
I don't know. It's still, the pictures probably could be found somewhere, but There was a player.
Yeah.
Player de, where were we at? Oh, hold on. We weren't Player de Carmen. We were in Puerto Vallarta. That's where we were at. We were in Puerto Vallarta in front of that sign, and then we were about like going to the boat and everything. And there's a picture of me and her.
Does she have a Facebook?
Yeah, but I can't say what the name is under over here.
Oh yeah, no, I get that. Yeah, because it looks like your page is down. I don't know if they took it or like you took it down, or if they took it down after what happened.
They probably did.
Dang, I hate that crap.
Yeah, that means if then they probably have it. But we have shades on and we're like sitting by like on the side of a boat just chilling. That's one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, there might be more on there, but I remember that was specifically because we were in Puerto Vallarta. Yeah.
I've never been to any fun places like that.
Oh, by the way, Harley was born in May too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh, my girls, they were born. Let's see, my oldest was born in August, and my youngest was born in September, but 3 years apart.
Yeah.
So,
that's why I was saying May. Yeah.
May?
She was born in May too. Like he was born in May, she was born in May, but Ty wasn't born in May. What August was born when? Your daughter was August when?
August 17th.
Okay, that's one of my good friend's birthday. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Because mine's the 4th.
Yeah. August 17th, 2014, and my youngest is September 19th, 2017.
Oh, September 19th. That's one day before Albert's birthday.
Oh no.
I
know. Well, I feel knowing that one. Oh my gosh. Shoot, I had a question I was going to ask you, and I know the space what it was.
Yeah.
Dang, that was me. No, I'm going to ask you, did you get any sleep yet?
Well, okay. So I did last night once I was able to get some of those kites, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I did, because what? They were concerned about me saying, okay, some of these people go by 3, 4, 5 names. So they were just concerned about. I said, you ain't got to worry about me saying much because I barely can pronounce the names right. I said, so I mean, like I would have to like now if it was faces, be able to be like boom, 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 because I'm a visual person like that, you know. Like if people were asking me like, "Ooh, do you know these people, these people?" But I mean, I'm not a snitch, so they ain't got to worry about it. And I had to make sure I sent that message loud and clear. Like, don't worry about me. I wasn't one snitching anything. I ain't told nothing about nothing. As far as I know, I have no idea what they were talking about. You know, like I'm not stupid. I'm not end up with my head somewhere else. Like I ain't dumb. But yeah.
I think I remember what I wanted to ask you. Okay, so this is gonna be a long shot. So the number I texted the other day, maybe I already asked you, is that Edgar's mom?
No, it's not.
No,
okay. She is in Mexico, in Jalisco.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like the state of Mexico. Like they have like little states in. Well, I don't know if she's still there now, but she was in Jalisco.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because when he told me, it's like I read it later, and I was like, I wonder if that's Edgar's mom. But I didn't want to like lie too much, you know.
Yeah, no, she's in Jalisco, and then I think at least the last time I was there, she was in Jalisco when I was because I went to Guadalajara not too long ago, and they're all in Jalisco, which is about like I'd say about 2 million people in the city. It ain't that small, but it's very different.
Really?
You know, and of course, because you drive across the border and keep going and yada yada yada, and it's a little scary to Mexico. They know how I felt because I always be terrified of Mexico. That's why I'd be like, y'all gotta get me out of here. Yeah. But see, Ty knows both languages, so he's always like, and I'll be like, oh shit, but yeah.
You said his name's Ty? Is it Ty or Kai?
Ty, Ty.
Like Ty. Okay.
That's also a shortened version because he has partially a Spanish name.
Oh gosh. I can't keep up with all these people's names.
I know. He does have a English name. I mean, a regular American name, but when they say it in the Spanish way, it's a different way too. And his last name he has the same last name as Ego, but he also has another part in his name.
Oh my gosh, it's so confusing.
Yeah. So like on his vital record, on his birth certificate, because he never saw his birth certificate. His birth certificate has my name on it, and the birth certificate has his dad's name on it. But that's how the kids got smart. I mean, eventually, kids are smart enough to go look and request the birth certificate, or like get their school records and be like, what the heck?"
Yeah.
Like when they get to that age, they could lie to them for what, I don't know how long they lied to him, for so many years. But then once he gets to a certain age, he's gonna be like, let me check out this. Wait, did my mom die in a boating accident? Where's this boating accident? Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
So, yeah.
You said he's what?
He's 15. Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
always.
Okay, first of all, how annoying. That was one of the most annoying conversations I've ever listened to. Watching Tisha act like she knows what she's talking about. So I'm Hispanic, but my family's from Spain, and I felt insulted. I cannot imagine how you feel or anybody else who has family from Mexico. That it was just, oh my God. And also, I looked the guy up they were talking about. And it says this was an article that came out in April of 2023. Who killed Edgar Guzman Lopez? The mysterious death of the son of El Chapo, who was murdered with 500 bullets 15 years ago. So when Amy searched this, surely to God that would have came up. She knew damn well. And let me show you her face. This face is a face.
Allie's on a mission. Amy, you done fucked up.
For one, there's a few different faces she makes, which are pretty comical. But look at her. She just looks like you. She knows you're full of shit, Tisha. Even she knows. But hold on. Now, I'm going to find a few of the. Oh, wait, this is a new visit we haven't got to yet. Holy cow, look at that. Oh my, okay. Well, we'll get to that tomorrow on Chins. I actually, okay, I have other thoughts I want to say, but I actually will keep it to myself just because it's not very nice. But her facial expressions kill me, dude. They kill me. Listen to this, but they're like a bunch of 13-year-old girls. So tell me your thoughts, Jen, because I know you got them.
Well, first of all, Leticia, thank you so much for explaining the Mexican culture to me. Fucking tell me more. Listen, you guys, I don't think I have to really say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. That shit that she just said about the last made the fuck up. That's not a real thing. It's also Jalisco, and it is also Puerto Vallarta, not what the hell ever she said. Leticia sounds like, remember when Beavis got too much sugar and he became the great Cornholio? And they were talking about in the classroom, they were talking about Nicaragua, and he was like, Nicaragua, agua, agua, my Cornholio, my Monjol. That is how Leticia speaks Spanish, but hers is offensive. Beavis was just too hopped up on sugar. Okay. And he was not being offensive. He was just actually, he was repeating actual words. Okay. This puta was just making shit up, and it's offensive. It's so fucking offensive. It's like, yeah, I can't even with her.
I know it's even offensive to me, like I said, and I can't imagine how I would feel if I was.
Man, Mexican. I hope sad girl fucking catches you in the clink, Tisha. All right.
Legendary, I love you. And look what Crumb Crochet and Confay said. What the F did y'all subject us to?
I forgot about the other one too. When Beavis said, Lick Tiricaca. It was my favorite. Nicaragua, Tiricaca.
I don't know too much about it. I do remember my brothers watching it. I didn't watch Beavis and I was little when that was a thing. But my brothers loved it. And I remember
they passed it out. They put them back up on the Tickety Talks. I'll send you the link.
Okay. I do remember something about a t-shirt over the head or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Are you threatening me? For my bunghole.
Look at their faces. I'm sorry, but
What? Look, you can really see the chunk of the missing eyebrow in this one. What are you doing? Tisha, you got piojos?
wait, I'm trying to get this one. Please let me get it. Oh my gosh, when she turns to the side. Hold on. Dang it, Jen. I'm sorry. There's this one face she makes that just, holy
Okay,
moly.
so if you want to see it, see how you are right where you're at now?
Yeah.
Instead of going forward, pull up on the time bar and it'll let you look at the frames.
Oh. What? I didn't know that you could do that.
Yeah.
That's freaking cool.
I got you, boo.
That's cool. Hold on. So let me find the place I want and then pull up. That's really cool. Dude. But yeah. I don't know. I feel like people who actually like I would love for the people who live in these places that Tisha's talking about to hear her.
Yeah, me too. MK, I'm half the brow I used to be.
Here it is.
Mm.
Dang it. It's so hard. Here, I'm going to do this and press play, and I'll get it. Maybe.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's the best thing you could do right there. Oh,
What?
that
It
is. Oh,
I should have paused on that one for Tisha, but there's one I'm looking for.
my.
Dang it, it goes so fast. When she raises her eyebrows like that, like Amy, hold on. I'm so mean. Let me just stop. Anyways, I can't even hardly think straight anymore. We still have to go over to Jen's to listen about Daybell. But I will say, you know, I got to just say one more time how you can tell that this is very exciting for Amy. I feel like she truly gets ready just for these video visits, and she cannot wait. I don't know why she doesn't call her out on her shit, because there's a lot of times I feel like she's believing Tisha, but then there's a lot of times where I feel like you can tell that she knows Tisha is full of shit. And even with the El Chapo thing, she was Googling it. It comes right up. He's not alive. But she just sits there and lets her. And I think people in Leticia's life, it's just so much easier to just let her ramble on. And I don't know what Amy's goal was. What's her end goal? Is it some kind of like tell-all book? What's the goal here?
Hell, I don't know, because she's out here being a process server for Aunt B.
Yeah.
For a hot minute, and I don't think she's still doing it, but whatever. She certainly left that part of the story out on her interview with Critical K, right? Yikes on bikes.
Yeah. Well, I just don't understand why do it, because the other people in Tisha's life, like for instance, Amy, Brenda, Harley, they put up with Tisha because, you know, they love her, their family, they've been friends so long. Why are you doing this? Why?
Right. For what?
Cool. Yeah.
I mean, you know, listen, if you were going to let me just give you like a little bit of advice, Amy. If you were going to parlay this information, this insider info that you have on Leticia into something, you blew it all to hell when you lied. Never, never, never. Oh, let me speak a Spanish for Leticia. Nunca, nunca, nunca lie. Don't tell mentiras, okay? And then you won't have to worry about it, right? Jesus, that.
Yeah. So are we doing tomorrow? I don't know, Ange, if she's still on. Are we doing tomorrow on your channel?
We can if you want to.
Yeah.
I will tell you guys want to hear something about tomorrow that's important to me?
Yes.
Tomorrow will be 29 years that me and my hubs have been together.
Well, let's do it the next day then.
No, we're not going to do anything. He's on call. Remember I told you. We'll do it. We'll celebrate this weekend. We'll do something this weekend.
Okay.
Oh. Got your back, bounce back, beautiful hair.
Yeah, we still have a ways to go. Like, let's see, this call, we didn't make it as far as we thought we would tonight. We made it in 1 hour.
There was a lot of shit talking to be had. That's all right. We can pace ourselves.
I could just pause along the way. Like, let's see how many. And everyone is going to just, I could do this all night and I'll just sit here and laugh my ass off at the faces they make. They are both so very animated.
Look at this face. That's what happened, Leticia. You catch a whiff?
It hurts for her to think.
Like,
ow.
Oh, that thought really fucking hurt. And look at Amy's face. Man, I shouldn't have did this, man. I don't believe you, man.
Why am I here?
What the fuck I did.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. That's so funny.
That one, no, it's my friend.
The painful one, yeah. My face hurts. This is just hilarious. Crumb Crochet and Coffee. I will grab that for the next live because it's on my email. I'm on the computer. I'll get it off my phone and take a screenshot. She said, show the family photo. She made a photo with everybody. I'll show you. It's pretty funny. But
Okay. Look at that face. Listen, you all know how sometimes when I be in chats and there's something really outlandish being said and all I can write is bruh and a period. Yeah. If bruh was a face, that would be it. Bruh.
It is hurting my face so bad.
Look at Leticia. Are you buying this? Are you buying this? I wonder if I could convince her to drink some blood. I swear to God, I keep waiting for on one of these video visits to with Leticia to mention La Onda, like she watched Blood In, Blood Out, that movie from back in the day, because that one did center around prison, and I'm waiting for her to bust out with some plot line to that. You know, she's so fucking unoriginal. Vacos locos forever. Oh my God, what's Amy got in her hands?
I gotta go.
Look, now that face is, oh my God, I rolled my eyes so hard I saw Alice's brain. That's
oh my God, how funny, dude. All right, I have laughed my ass off just looking at that was just so much fun. But
it was fun.
Okay, so I hope that you guys will come over to Jen's channel to go over what happened today in the Daybell hearing.
Yeah, I gotta send you the link. I forgot about that part.
That's okay, which I do need. I'll be up in a few minutes. I know. Yeah, I gotta give Emmy a shower really fast, and then I'll be done.
I have to have a cigarette, you guys, and it's 9:09 now, and I scheduled it for 9:15. I'm pretty sure I can make it, but if I'm a couple minutes late, you will please understand. Please.
I wish I had that photo that Crumb Crochet made. But here is Bendy's link. If you Neat beat me to it.
Aw, thank you, Neat.
Oh, we love you, Elena. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And you know what? Glare was right at his comment. Like, this is the ultimate, like, at least we can, it's okay to make fun of Tisha. You know what I mean?
This is what I've been saying for a while now. Like, stop. This is my way to like purge but nobody cares because it's fucking Leticia, you know? Yep. So
Exactly. Well,
That's what making
said,
people
actually,
laugh.
you've always said that about the roast.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, you really have. So, anyways,
That's the way
okay.
that's how I get it out. Otherwise, if it stays inside, I'll end up making that fucking face Leticia was making.
That was so funny.
That's right, laugh, Tisha. It's funny. I'm fucking hilarious. Bye.
Tisha says bye, guys, with a little giggle, and then Amy's fading away. I love you guys. I gotta go.
Bye.
Bye.